Hello, my friends. In today's video, we're going to be talking about building an audience. And you can see on my screen here that this is an email list, a small email list, really small email list that one of our email lists that we have developed. Now, we have email lists that have 50,000 people on them, 10,000 people. We have multiple email lists. But the thing I want to point out here is you're going to need to build an audience in order to be successful. And let me tell you a little story before I go into what this little list has done. You don't need to have a monster email list to start making money. And the other thing I'm going to talk about is a way for anybody who's, whether they're beginner or don't have any experience, how a simple way you can start building an email list and audience very quickly. So, with that said, I'm going to tell you a little story. So, I got started marketing online about 23 years ago, somewhere around there. And my first 2.5 years, I made absolutely nothing. I literally made nothing for almost 3 years. And the reason I didn't is because I never built an email list. I wasn't building an audience of any kind. I was just haphazardly advertising my links all over the place for some opportunities and some affiliate programs I was involved with. And I would just paste these main links for these different ops that I was involved with. And I mean, I maybe made a handful of sales in that entire 3 years. And, what it cost me to, drive traffic and be in those ops, I made absolutely nothing. I was negative in the hole. And what took place was I got an email from somebody, and I had been seeing that constantly. You got to have an email list if you want to make money online. You got to have a way to build an audience. Well, nowadays there's many ways you can build audiences that are like email lists, like doing YouTube videos, like Facebook, you can build an audience. But the problem is a lot of people don't want to do some of these aspects like posting on their Facebook all the time about what they're trying to make money with. Many people don't want to get on YouTube and do videos or stuff like that. So, what's the way for anybody to build an audience? It's an email list. And that's what happened to me. I got an email. And back then, YouTube and all those things didn't exist. But anyway, I got an email. And when I got that email, it went through a little bit about, you need to really have an email list to make money. Here's why you do. Here's what it does. And what it does is allow you to follow up with people. And it allows you to build like, know, and trust with them because they literally get to know you. They can reply to emails. They can ask questions. And you can create a dialogue. And you create a dialogue through those emails in the first place. And it rung my bell. I mean, the light bulb aha moment went on like a ton of bricks. I was like, I finally get it. But I was really fearful about building an email list, because I had tried it once earlier and I had no like guidance or anything really. I was trying to figure out on my own how to make a page. And back then it was really complicated. Believe me, there was not these done for you page builders and pop in an API code or a HTML code in this box and it's connected. And you needed to know how to build pages and stuff. So at first, very intimidating. I'm not a technical person, as you can tell by looking at me. I got tattoos all over me. I'm an outdoor type person. I love being outside. I love going camping, fishing, sitting around a fire, having a few beers with my buddies and family and friends and barbecuing. I'm not a technical guy. I don't edit my videos. I really don't, because to me it's just what my video is. It's however I talk, that's the way it is. So I was really fearful to try to get on my own. But in that email, the guy talked about a system, a done for you system. And I was like, well, that would be perfect for me if it's truly mostly done for me, meaning I just if everything's already connected and all that kind of stuff, and I know what to do to get going. And so I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. And so I signed up, and it was really simple to get started. The lead capture pages were all done for me. All I had to do was share the lead capture pages. It was connected to an autoresponder within the system. It was monetized so that I didn't have to come up with a way at first to, make sales, because I would just copy and paste emails, send them out, or the system, when I set it up, there were some done for you emails you could get, and I got those. And basically, I started advertising. And I literally started making money that day. And I started to make money every single day. I was like blown away. I was so fired up because, I spent almost 3 years online struggling like crazy. And I really needed this stuff to work. I mean, if you've watched some of my other older videos or you're on my email list, you've heard my story about where I came from and why and what I went through and all that kind of stuff. So I really needed this work. And finally, I started making sales. And they started coming in every single day. And multitudes of sales I was starting to get. And my list started getting bigger and bigger. And I started to learn more about email marketing because now I was really amped up. I was fired up. I was like, this is absolutely amazing. I'm making money and I get it now, because I would follow those steps and just do the system and share my pages, and I would get leads. I would get notifications that I got leads, and then I would broadcast an email, which was super easy to do. And it all started to just click. And I was like, this is absolutely amazing. So eventually I designed my own pages and I connected it to a different autoresponder like the one we're looking at on my screen. This isn't a done for you system, but that's what I'm talking about, is a done for you system. So if you're a beginner or you have zero experience, already monetized as well, everything is connected, and you can start building your email list without knowing how and learning how it all works, because the company also does top-notch training, and it's literally a complete system. We still join and use done-for-you systems like this ourselves, even though we make our living online and have multitudes of email lists that we built from scratch ourselves, using pages we built and made and connected the autoresponders, wrote all the emails in the series. And, we can do that now. But there are some opportunities that we absolutely love that have done for you lead capture systems and an autoresponder in them that you can use to send out emails that is no work for us to make more money, and then share with people that have no experience so they can start building their audience, because without an audience, you are never going to make much money. If you don't build a big following in some social media, or you're doing, tons of YouTube videos and building, an audience through YouTube, or you're not, building an email list. An email list is one of the best assets. It's never fails us. Other audiences, like with Facebook and YouTube and stuff like that, can have their more ups and downs because of the algorithms of social media. They control who sees what you put out there. Whereas your email list, you control what you send. You write an email, and just like with the done for you system I'm talking about, you write an email and you can send emails about whatever else it is, along with your link to it to join you in whatever else you're promoting. And once you do it, it's just like sending an email in Gmail, basically. It's no different. It's not difficult when you have a done for you system. And like I said, even with our years of experience, we still use done for you systems too, because they add to our bottom line. And we've actually made a lot of money through done for you systems and built some incredible list. One email list that we built in a done for you system, we ended up with over 33,000 leads. And a lot of the leads we did not do the work to get. Same with the system that I'm talking about now, that I'll leave a link below this video in the description so you can click on it, go check it out. But because of the way the system works, it can help you to leverage list building when you are following the system, which is not complicated. It's very easy, actually. And like I started this off with, you don't need a huge email list to start making money. This email list right here has 592 people on it, okay, that are active. We get an average open rate here of, this email I just sent out roughly 4 p.m. today. So this one will keep growing and open and click throughs. But normally we're getting a 20 some percent open rate, sometimes less, 16, 17, 18, 21, 24, 22, 25, 23. And that is great. And we get plenty of different varying clicks. All depends on the email we write, how interested people are on this list. But the main thing about this little list that you see here, this list has produced over $50,000 for us. Over $50,000 of 592 people. And this list is newer. We have never cleaned this list in any way. For those of you who are familiar with cleaning a list, where you delete non-openers and people that never engage with your emails, it's never been cleaned. This list has been built very slowly, and that's what can happen when you learn email marketing. Now, this list is, anytime we need to make more money, we share with our email list. And this is only one. And the reason I'm showing you the small one is because I want you to understand you don't need thousands of people on your list to start making money. You just need a few subscribers. You don't need even 592 to start making money. This list started making us money immediately as soon as we started building it. And this done for you system I'm talking about, that I'm going to leave the link for so you can go check it out in the description, is completely monetized. It can get you on the right path to building an audience. Because more so now than even when I first got started 23 years ago, you need to be building an audience. And it's not complicated. You just start doing it through a done-for-you system. Will help you to lean on the process and learn it. And this company is great at teaching you all the aspects of marketing. So when you have no experience or you're brand new, it makes it easy for you. So other than that, my friends, check it out. And we will see you on the next video, and have a great day.